Hey there, curious minds! Welcome to another episode brought to you by Eskemoz, the channel that satisfies your curiosity. Have you ever caught yourself wondering about the little things in life? Why are erasers pink, or what is that metal tip on your shoelace called? Today, we're going on a journey to uncover the secret histories of some of the most mundane objects in our lives. We're talking about those things you use every day without a second thought, from the seemingly insignificant aglet on your shoelace to the ubiquitous computer mouse. Get ready to have your mind blown as we delve into the surprising origins of everyday items and discover the fascinating stories behind their invention. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to have your mind blown. All right, let's kick things off with a tiny but mighty object, the aglet. You know that little plastic or metal tip on your shoelace? Yeah, that thing. You probably don't give it much thought, but it's been quietly saving our shoelaces from unraveling for centuries. I mean, seriously, have you ever tried to thread a shoelace without an aglet? It's like trying to push a wet noodle through a needle. Not fun. But here's the thing that really blew my mind. Aglets have been around since ancient Rome. That's right. The Romans, known for their togas, gladiators, and surprisingly advanced engineering, also invented the humble aglet. Now, back then, they weren't made of plastic, of course. The Romans used materials like glass, stone, and even metal to craft these tiny marvels. Can you imagine rocking a pair of sandals with gold aglets? Talk about a fashion statement. So next time you're tying your shoes, take a moment to appreciate the humble aglet. It's been on quite a journey from ancient Rome to your feet. Okay, picture this. It's 1964. The world is on the brink of a technological revolution, and a guy named Doug Engelbart is tinkering away in his lab at Stanford Research Institute. He's got this crazy idea for a device that will change the way we interact with computers forever. But there's one small problem. It looks like a turtle. I'm serious. This early prototype of the computer mouse had a hard wooden shell and two wheels underneath that controlled its movement. And since it kind of resembled a little turtle dragging its shell across the desk, well, the name just stuck. Now, you might be thinking, a turtle? Seriously? But hey, it was the 60s. And people were a little more creative with their names back then. Plus, it's not like they had a crystal ball to see that this turtle would evolve into the sleek, ergonomic device we know and love today. But here's the thing. The name might have been a bit silly, but the technology behind it was revolutionary. This turtle allowed users to control a cursor on a screen with unprecedented precision and speed, paving the way for the graphical user interfaces we take for granted today. It's hard to imagine navigating the digital world without a mouse. But for a while, that's exactly what people did. They used clunky keyboards, punch cards, even joysticks. But the mouse, with its intuitive design and ease of use, quickly won people over. So the next time you're effortlessly scrolling through your social media feed or clicking your way around the internet, take a moment to thank Doug Engelbart and his turtle-inspired invention. Think about how far we've come from that wooden shell with wheels to the modern, laser-guided wireless mice we use today. The journey of the computer mouse is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of making technology more accessible and user-friendly. Doug Engelbart's vision didn't just stop at the mouse. It paved the way for countless innovations that have shaped the digital landscape. Today, whether you're in an office, at home, or in a classroom, the mouse is an indispensable tool that connects us to the digital world. So the next time you use your mouse, remember its humble beginnings and appreciate the incredible journey it has taken to become an essential part of our daily lives. All right, let's talk about the webcam, that little eye staring back at us from our laptops and monitors. It's a small device with a big impact on our daily lives. In today's world of video calls, live streams, and endless selfies, it's hard to imagine life without it. Whether for work, connecting with loved ones, or capturing moments, the webcam is everywhere. But believe it or not, the webcam wasn't originally designed for our faces. Its journey began with a completely different purpose. Nope, its origins lie in something far more important. Coffee. Yes, you heard that right. Coffee. You heard that right. Coffee. The story begins with a simple need for a fresh cup of joe. Back in the early 1990s at the University of Cambridge, a group of brilliant but caffeine-deprived researchers faced a daily dilemma: an empty coffee pot. This was a serious issue for them. Imagine their frustration, trudging all the way to the coffee room only to be met with the crushing disappointment of no Java. It was a problem that needed a solution. So, being the innovative minds that they were, they decided to do something about it. They put their heads together and came up with a clever plan. They rigged up a camera in the coffee room and connected it to the computer network, allowing them to check the coffee level remotely. This was a groundbreaking idea at the time. Thus, the world's first webcam was born, not to connect people across continents, but to monitor the precious elixir of life coffee. It was a simple yet revolutionary invention. Fast forward to today, and the webcam has become an indispensable tool for communication, entertainment, and even security. Its uses have expanded far beyond its humble beginnings. And to think, it all started with a bunch of coffee-loving scientists who just wanted to avoid the disappointment of an empty pot. Their small invention has had a massive impact on the world. Chapter 4. The Slinky from Staircase Surfer to Space Explorer. Okay, who doesn't love a Slinky? This simple coil of metal or plastic has brought joy to countless children and adults alike. This simple yet endlessly entertaining toy has been a childhood staple for decades, captivating generations with its mesmerizing movements and gravity-defying abilities. Watching it cascade down a flight of stairs is almost hypnotic. But the Slinky story is more than just child's play. It's a tale of accidental invention, unexpected success, and even a trip to outer space. Yes, you heard that right. Outer space. It all started back in the 1940s with a naval engineer named Richard James. Richard was a man of many talents and curiosities. Now, Richard wasn't trying to invent a toy. He was working on something a bit more serious, a spring-loaded device to stabilize sensitive equipment on ships. His goal was to create something that could absorb the shocks and vibrations experienced at sea. But as fate would have it, one of his prototypes took a tumble off a shelf and, well, it slinked. This unexpected movement caught Richard's attention. Instead of crashing to the ground, the spring gracefully walked down a stack of books, captivating everyone who witnessed it. It was a moment of serendipity that would change the course of toy history. Richard's wife, Betty, saw the magic in that moment and convinced him that they had stumbled upon something special. She had the foresight to see the potential in this simple yet fascinating movement. And thus, the Slinky was born. With Betty's encouragement and Richard's engineering skills, they turned this accidental discovery into a beloved toy. Now, you might think a toy that essentially just goes downstairs wouldn't exactly set the world on fire. But you'd be wrong. The Slinky captured the imagination of the public in a way that few toys ever have. The Slinky was an instant hit, selling out its entire inventory of 400 units in just 90 minutes at its debut at Gimbel's department store in Philadelphia. The demand was so high that it became a must-have item almost overnight. From its humble beginnings as a naval engineering project to its status as a cultural icon, the Slinky has truly had an extraordinary journey. And who knows where it might slink to next? Chapter 5. The surprisingly short life of paper money. All right, let's talk about money, specifically paper money. We use it every day, stuff it in our wallets, tuck it into piggy banks. But how often do we stop and think about the journey of a single bill? It might surprise you to learn that the lifespan of paper money is actually quite short, especially when you consider the grand history of currency. Take the humble $1 bill, for example. It's the most common denomination in the United States, changing hands countless times a day. But did you know that the average lifespan of a $1 bill is only about 18 months? That's right, less than 2 years from crisp, new bill to worn-out, faded relic. Think about all the places that dollar bill has been, all the hands it's passed through. It could have bought a cup of coffee, a lottery ticket, or even been part of a life-changing transaction. And yet, within a relatively short time, it's out of circulation, retired to the great cash register in the sky. So the next time you're holding a crisp, new bill, take a moment to appreciate its fleeting existence. It's a reminder that even something as seemingly permanent as money is constantly in flux. Chapter 6. The Pink Eraser, from humble beginnings to iconic status. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today, from ancient aglets to space-traveling slinkies. But let's end our journey with something near and dear to our hearts, especially if you've ever made a mistake on paper: the pink eraser. Now, erasers have been around for centuries, helping us correct our errors and strive for pencil-drawn perfection. But have you ever wondered why pink became the standard color for these magical little rectangles? Well, it turns out that the pink eraser has a surprisingly recent and somewhat accidental history. Back in the early days of pencil erasers, they were often made from natural rubber, which had a tendency to be dark, crumbly, and not very effective at removing pencil marks. Then, in the mid-19th century, a new type of eraser emerged, made from vulcanized rubber. These erasers were a vast improvement, more durable, more effective, and best of all, they came in a variety of colors, including pink. Now, no one knows for sure why pink was chosen, but some speculate that it was simply a matter of aesthetics. Pink was a popular color at the time, associated with femininity and delicacy, which might have made it appealing to students and artists. And there you have it, fascinating facts about everyday items. From the aglets on our shoelaces to the pink erasers we use to correct our mistakes, the world is full of objects with surprising origins and hidden histories. Remember, there's more to everything than meets the eye. Stay curious and keep learning. Take the time to look around and ask questions about the things you encounter every day. You never know what you might discover. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.